Every day, millions of drivers repeat harmless habits that silently destroy engines and wallets. The worst part? You probably do several of them and don't even realize it. These mistakes are stupid, expensive, up to $5,000, but completely preventable. That's why today, I'm here to open your eyes to 17 habits slowly bleeding your car dry. You won't believe how simple this first mistake is, yet it could already be shaving up to 70% of your transmission's life. Mistake number 17, shifting from reverse to drive without stopping. Automatic drivers are guilty as charged. This is the one habit 9 in 10 will testify they do, shifting from reverse to drive while the car is still rolling, or vice versa. You wonder what's the haste? Every time you do this, your transmission suddenly changes the direction of power. Clutches and gears take a huge beating. That knocking sound you hear after a while? It's not a quirk, it's your transmission screaming for help. Premature transmission damage sets in fast. And yes, replacing it will cost you $1,500 or more. There's no shortcut, no magic fix, and no "it's fine" excuse. Some modern cars try to be smart. They may refuse to shift if you're moving too fast, but they learn your rhythm, and that compromises the system anyway. The fix is simple. Come to a complete stop every single time. A few seconds of patience now saves you thousands later. Don't let your bad habits steal what you paid for. Stop rushing. Protect your investment. That reckless gear shift just scratched the surface. Wait until your brakes silently revolt. Mistake number 16, ignoring the parking brake. Never park without including the parking brake. Wherever it's located, pull, push, or lock it in. Here's a funny but true story. My neighbor once yelled at his son, "Don't overuse the parking brake." I laughed, but some people really treat it like a light suggestion. It's not meant to brake at stoplights. It's meant to hold your car still. Many assume automatics don't need the parking brake. Wrong. Skipping it puts stress on the parking pile. Park on a slope and gravity works against you. The car can creep forward. If you're unlucky, it might even roll. Damage builds silently inside. Here's another trap, forgetting to release it. Always check your dashboard to confirm it's disengaged. Even if it looks off, the brake can still stick. Drive with it partially engaged, and the tear inside is brutal. Always set the parking brake. Always release it fully before driving. Seconds of attention now prevent $1,200 to $1,500 in parking pal repairs later. Speaking of brakes, you won't believe how waiting too long can silently kill your engine. Mistake number 15, over-idling the car to warm. Stop wasting time and fuel. Letting your car idle for 5 to 10 minutes to warm it up is insane. Who even made up this rule? Some drivers act like they have time for tea while the engine warms itself. Reality check, you don't. Modern engines and transmissions don't need long idling. The time it takes to get in, adjust your seat, buckle up, and clear mirrors is enough, about 60 seconds max. That's all it takes. Most cars show a blue engine icon when cold. If your sensors are working correctly, it disappears in under a minute. That's your signal. You're ready to drive. Idling longer wastes fuel. It increases engine wear. It warms the wrong way. Internally, not efficiently. You're literally burning money and reducing your car's lifespan for no reason. Start the car, estimate roughly 1 minute, and drive gently. The engine warms faster under light movement. Fuel usage drops, and wear slows. And while you're idling, your car's silent killer is already sneaking under the hood. Mistake number 14, overworking the electrical system at startup. Don't jump in and attack the buttons. A C on full blast, radio booming, headlights, phone charging, seat warmers glowing, all at once. The engine just woke up. The alternator hasn't caught up. So who takes the hit? The battery, every single time. At startup, the battery does the heavy lifting. It cranks the engine, powers electronics, feeds the ignition. When accessories pile on instantly, the battery gets drained hard. The alternator rushes to recover. That strain adds heat. Heat shortens battery life. This is why batteries mysteriously die every 2 or 3 years. Not bad luck, bad habits. The AC compressor is the worst offender. It steals engine power instantly. Cold starts already run rich. Add AC load and wear accelerates. Fuel economy dips. Belts strain. Electrical systems groan. Modern cars are smart, but not magical. Electronics still obey physics. Overload them early, and components age faster. Give your car a moment. Let idle stabilize. Let voltage normalize. Then layer accessories gradually. Calmer starts mean stronger batteries. Smoother idle. Fewer jump starts. Fewer roadside headaches. Abuse the startup, and the car remembers. That tiny battery hit, the next habit silently drains life from your whole engine. Mistake number 13. Frequenting short trips. 5 minutes to the store. 3 minutes back home. Engine barely awake, then shut down again. That's mechanical torture. The oil stays thick. Moisture never burns off. Fuel doesn't fully vaporize. Sludge starts forming quietly. Engines are designed to reach operating temperature. That's when clearances stabilize. Lubrication works properly. Combustion cleanses itself. Short trips deny all of that. Instead, cold starts repeat. Wear multiplies. Exhaust systems suffer too. Condensation builds inside. Rust starts from the inside out. Sensors run rich longer. Fuel economy tanks. Emissions spike. Batteries take another beating. Cold starts drain them. Stones throw away. Walk it. Seriously, your engine never needed that trip. Your car pays for it long term. Stack short trips all week, and maintenance accelerates. Oil degrades faster. Engines age early. Components never catch a break. Cars thrive on longer drives. Short trips starve them. Right after running errands won't seem harmless once you see what skipping this simple thing does inside. Mistake number 12. Skipping filter replacement. Filters are your car's bodyguards. Skip them, and chaos walks right in. Start with the oil filter. It traps metal shavings, sludge, and carbon junk. Every mile adds more debris. By the time you hear grinding or feel roughness, that filter is already exhausted. That's why oil changes always include a new oil filter. Old oil plus old filter equals circulating grit. Grit eats bearings. Slowly, expensively. Now the cabin filter. Ignore it, and you breathe dust, pollen, mold, and exhaust fumes. Airflow drops. A C works harder. Windows fog easier. Your blower motor strains. And no, a dirtier cabin filter does not filter better. That's a myth. A clogged filter suffocates the system. Then comes the fuel filter. Quiet, forgotten, critical. It blocks rust, debris, and contaminants before fuel reaches injectors. Skip it long enough, and injectors clog. Fuel pressure drops. Engines hesitate. Repairs skyrocket. Timing matters. Oil filters change with every oil service. No exceptions. Cabin and fuel filters usually last up to 2 years, depending on driving conditions. Dusty roads shorten that lifespan fast. Filters cost less than your daily coffee. Engines start at $2,000. That's the trade you're making. Filters out, dust in, and now your parked car is plotting its revenge. Mistake number 11. Letting the car sit unused for long periods. Who said the longer a car sits, the newer it stays? That myth only works if the car is prepared for storage. Otherwise, sitting still is slow destruction. Start with the battery. Cars constantly sip power, even when off. Alarms, computers, memory systems never sleep. Let it sit long enough and the battery drains deep. Deep drains shorten battery life permanently. A trickle charger keeps voltage healthy. It feeds slowly, safely, consistently. That tiny device can double the battery lifespan. Fuel is next, and this surprises people. Gasoline begins degrading in about 7 days. Volatility drops. Moisture sneaks in. Injectors gum up. Cold starts get rough. For longer storage, add fuel stabilizer and keep the tank full. Less air means less breakdown. Tires don't escape either. Sitting creates flat spots. Rubber hardens. Pressure drops. Suspension bushings stay compressed. Rust creeps onto brake rotors. If storage is unavoidable, prepare properly. Clean it. Inflate tires correctly. Move it occasionally if possible. Protect it from sun and weather. Shade matters. A garage matters more. This isn't just a car, it's an investment. Treat it like one. Speaking of sitting still, the undercarriage quietly suffers while the paint shines. Mistake number 10. Ignoring undercarriage wash. You polish the paint. You shine the wheels. Meanwhile, the underside gets beaten daily. Road grime, mud, salt, oil mist, water. All of it slams the undercarriage non-stop. That's where rust quietly begins. It doesn't announce itself. It creeps. It climbs. It works its way up suspension arms, brake lines, fuel lines, frames, and mounts. By the time you see it, it's already winning. Winter makes it worse. Road salt sticks like glue. It hides in seams and corners. Moisture activates it. Corrosion accelerates. Bolts seize. Lines weaken. Parts snap during repairs. Labor costs explode because rust never lets go nicely. Yet most drivers ignore the bottom completely. Out of sight, out of mind. Big mistake. Once in a while, give the underside a sauna, high-pressure wash, steam. Some car washes call it detailing. Others call it underbody flush. Call it survival. Don't worry if it gets dirty again tomorrow. That's not the point. You're flushing salt, chemicals, and corrosive residue out. Seasonal washes matter. Every 3 months, minimum. In winter, monthly is smart. That salt is sneaky. It keeps working long after the snow melts. Let's dive deeper. Fluids forgotten inside can ruin your car even faster. Mistake number 9. Believing in lifetime fluids. Most people remember engine oil, washer fluid, and coolant. But transmission, brake, and power steering fluids? Often forgotten. Many drivers don't even know they exist. Some assume they last a lifetime. Over time, these fluids break down, lose lubrication, and increase friction. Your transmission grinds, brakes feel spongy, and steering gets heavy. Damage builds silently. Repairs? Expensive and avoidable. Checking is simple but crucial. Look at fluid color and smell. Bright, clean and red, or amber? Good. Dark, burnt, or foul? Danger. Many transmissions don't have a dipstick. No problem. A pro can check for you. You don't need to change them as often as oil, but at least once a year, flush and replace them. Transmission fluid, brake fluid, and power steering fluid all deserve fresh life. Don't wait for a warning light. Don't ignore the lifeblood of your car. One yearly check can save thousands in repairs and extend your car's life. And mixing what's inside? That's a mistake that sneaks in while you think you're saving time and money. Mistake number 8, mixing fluid. Fluids are not interchangeable, ever. One of the fastest ways to destroy a car is mixing fluids like they're all the same. Oil is oil, coolant is coolant. Wrong. Every fluid has a specific formulation, viscosity, additives, heat tolerance, seals compatibility. Get it wrong, and systems suffer immediately. But the uglier mistake comes next. The half-used bottle sitting in your garage. 3 months later, you top off with it. That's where things go sideways. Once opened, fluids start degrading. Moisture sneaks in. Additives break down. Contaminants enter quietly. What used to protect now corrodes. Mixing brands, mixing types, mixing ages. Disaster brewing. Coolants gel. Oils lose film strength. Seals swell or shrink. Pumps struggle. Passages clog. Failures don't happen instantly. They snowball. Manufacturers don't specify fluids for fun. Those labels matter. Color matters. Specification numbers matter. Guessing costs more than buying the right bottle. Old fluid isn't still good. It's compromised, especially after sitting open for months. If you wouldn't drink it, don't pour it. Use the exact requirement. Fresh, sealed, correct. Don't quit yet. Jumping on the pedal instantly can shred the engine quietly. Mistake number 7. Revving the engine immediately after startup. Giving the engine a welcome sprint the moment it starts stresses every internal component. Oil is still lazy. That oil is your engine's lifeblood. Without it, metal-on-metal contact happens instantly. Bearings, pistons, and other internal components take the hit. Every unnecessary rev chips away at your engine's life. It's not dramatic at first. The engine roars. You feel power. You smile. But behind the scenes, the damage stacks silently. Over months and years, this creates wear you can't undo. Repairs? Expensive. Bearings, pistons, or even a full engine rebuild can cost upwards of plus $2,000 depending on your car. Start the car and wait about 60 seconds. Let the oil circulate fully, then drive gently. Accelerate slowly as the engine warms naturally. After 3 to 5 minutes of moving, your engine is ready to take on the road without begging for mercy. Your car runs smoother, fuel efficiency improves, and long-term wear slows dramatically. Feeling powerful? Your low fuel habit is laughing while your engine begs for mercy. Mistake number 6. Driving on low fuel frequently. Many drivers treat almost empty as no big deal. That's a huge mistake. Always keep your tank above a quarter full. Fuel does more than move the car. It cools the fuel pump and keeps it lubricated. When levels drop too low, the pump overheats. Overheating shortens its life and can cause serious failure. Low fuel also lets air enter the system. That creates inconsistent fuel flow. The engine struggles to perform smoothly. Even the transmission feels the stress indirectly. Uneven fuel pressure forces the system to work harder, accelerating wear over time. This isn't a myth, it's physics. No Hollywood sucking dirt stories here. The consequences are real and costly. I know times are tough and the economy is crazy. Refill before dropping below a quarter tank. It protects your fuel pump, engine, and transmission from unnecessary stress. Plus, you stay confident you won't get stuck in the middle of nowhere. Don't wait to run on reserve until it's empty. Unless absolutely unavoidable, please take this precaution. Almost empty tanks aren't the worst. This next one makes things deadly in a flash. Mistake number 5. Overusing neutral at stops. Automatic transmissions are designed to idle smoothly in drive. They slip safely at stops. No fuel is saved, not a drop. All you do is add unnecessary wear, shifting back and forth. Safety is the real problem. Cars don't wait for permission to crash. You must be ready to move instantly. Neutral steals those seconds. Seconds matter. Rule 1 of smart driving: always leave yourself a way out. Don't stop bumper to bumper. Leave space. Think train tracks. You need room to escape sideways. Rule 2. Always leave yourself a way out. Picture a hill, cars stacked behind you. In neutral, you're vulnerable. By the time you shift into drive, impact already happened. Automatic driver, stay in drive. Foot gently on the brake, car ready, mind alert. Manual driver, neutral is acceptable, with the handbrake engaged, only if the stop is long. Holding the clutch too long causes wear. Worse, a rear-end hit can launch your car forward if your foot slips. The takeaway is simple. Automatics stay in drive, always. Control matters. Readiness saves lives. Neutral aside, staying in drive all the time is silently shredding your transmission. Mistake number 4, consistently driving in D. It seems simple. Put the car in drive, step on the gas, go. But here's the hidden cost. Driving all the time in D stresses your transmission, especially on hills and steep roads. Your engine and transmission have a rhythm. D1 and D2 exist for a reason. They help balance RPMs and reduce strain on internal components. Think of a manual car. To move faster, you leave gear 1 and 2 and shift into 3. The same principle applies here. Ignore it, and your car works harder than it should. Over time, clutch packs and gears wear faster. Staying in D on steep descents makes the transmission do all the braking work. The engine misses its chance to slow the car using compression. Your brakes wear faster. Heat builds. Stress builds. Repairs become inevitable. Use lower gears when needed. L, 1 or 2 give better control on slopes. They protect the transmission, slow wear, and save your brakes. Your car runs cooler, driving feels smoother, and long-term maintenance costs drop. Coming next, what you touch with every mile could be worse if neglected. Mistake number 3, ignoring tires' health. Tires are the only part of your car touching the road. Neglect them, and you risk more than wear. You risk your life. Properly inflated tires with good tread can save you in emergencies. Rotation matters. Tires on the drive axle wear faster. Rotating them regularly spreads wear evenly, prolonging life and preventing sudden blowouts. Alignment is just as critical. A misaligned axle increases drag. Your engine works harder to maintain speed, causing hidden wear on the engine and suspension over time. Proper tire pressure isn't optional. Too high or too low affects performance. Rain, snow, and braking efficiency all depend on it. Suspension and axles rely on healthy tires. Worn tires place extra strain on shocks, struts, and axles, accelerating damage. A fact most drivers miss. Tires older than 10 years can fail inspection, no matter the tread. Age silently reduces safety. Check tread, rotate regularly, align annually, and maintain proper pressure. Healthy tires improve handling, reduce engine strain, and prolong suspension life. Bonus: avoid aggressive driving over potholes and speed bumps. Hitting them at speed damages suspension components, bends wheels, misaligns the car, and can lead to blowouts or steering problems. Almost there, tires do the work, but ignored hints are silently stacking damage. Mistake number 2: ignoring early warning signs. Some dash lights are scarier than horror movies. Check engine, instant panic. But most drivers ignore the subtle ones. Shockingly, 60% of people do nothing when these minor warnings appear. Here's the sneaky part. Some lights blink first, then vanish. That's not a glitch. That's your car quietly screaming. Damage is already happening. If it stays on, buckle up. Trouble just got real. Feel matters too. Hesitation, delayed shifting, slipping, or odd noises are transmission trouble signs. They hint at stressed clutches, worn gears, or failing sensors. Ignoring them turns small problems into $2,000 to $5,000 disasters. Early detection is a lifesaver. Grab a cheap OBD2 scanner for under $50 or see a mechanic. A few minutes of attention now prevents a huge repair bill later. Even better, catching issues early means smoother shifts, better fuel efficiency, and a car that feels alive. The takeaway: don't wait for the dashboard apocalypse. Watch lights, listen, feel, blink or subtle, your car talks. Pay attention, and it won't cost you thousands. All systems green? Let it overheat, and chaos follows fast. Mistake number 1: letting the car overheat. Heat is your car's silent assassin. Ignore it, and everything starts breaking. By the time your temperature gauge climbs, damage is already happening. Overheating fries your engine, warps cylinder heads, and destroys gaskets. Transmission fluids can thin, brakes can overheat, and metal parts expand beyond tolerance. Repair bills? Thousands of dollars. Prevention is simple. Maintain your cooling system. Check coolant levels regularly. Inspect hoses and belts. Flush old coolant on schedule. Never use plain water as a substitute. Sure, it seems easy, but water causes rust, clogs passages, and can freeze in cold weather. That's worse than overheating itself. If your gauge starts creeping up, take immediate action. Pull over, turn off the AC, let the engine idle or cool before topping off with proper coolant. Ideally, the coolant circulates back into its reservoir, letting you see if it leaked or what caused the problem. Driving while overheating compounds the damage. A healthy cooling system keeps your engine safe, your transmission stable, and your car running smoothly. Every mistake costs your car time, money, and reliability. Stop sabotaging your ride. Fix these habits now or pay later. Hungry for more game-changing car hacks? Don't stop. Watch the next video and level up your car care.